Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited about this one because I've been waiting to talk about this for a really long time, and I think the end of the year is the best time to go over this. I'm going to talk about 3 books that have helped heal me more confident in who I am today. They've helped me so much, and I promise they'll help you too. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm going to start off, you guys, with the best book in my opinion, one of my favorites, the book that has helped started it all for me, that has helped address this intense jealousy that I have, my hypervigilance, my paranoia, and has helped build up my confidence by just understanding what's going on with me a lot more. And I know that you guys resonate with that kind of advice really well, so I wanted to not waste any time and get straight into this book. And the book that I'm talking about here is The Jealousy Cure. And the title here says, Learn to Trust, Overcome Possessiveness, and Save Your Relationship. And I promise you they do all 3 in this book. This is the book that helped me realize what's been going on with the feelings that I've been feeling in every relationship that I've had, the paranoia that I've been going through because of past relationships that I've been in. And this has just really helped open my eyes, and I can't talk about this book enough. If anyone has gone through any sort of betrayal, any mistrust, any sort of paranoia that they're gonna get hurt again because they don't trust somebody or they're jealous of somebody, this is the book for you. A little bit about this book from what I've gathered is that it really breaks down the psychology of jealousy, and I mention a lot about this in my videos as well, and I refer to a lot of the things that I've learned from here in all of the videos I make about this topic. Jealousy is just a defense mechanism, and this really breaks down for you in detail why that is. It goes back to the history of when we were cavemen and how we've evolved as a species to feel the way we feel when it comes to jealousy. It explains that it's a very human trait because of how far back it goes, and it really breaks down how to analyze and challenge the thoughts of when you're feeling jealous, when you're feeling insecure, when things come up for you in a relationship. And this is the reason why I love this book so much. After reading this book, I can't tell you enough how much I felt heard, how much it understood me, how much it really started important conversations in my own relationship on how to tackle what I've been feeling, how we as a relationship can go through the things I've been feeling, and how to properly analyze and pinpoint what kind of anxiety you're going through, what kind of paranoia you're going through. Everything is really explained in this book. It's almost as if you have your own therapist talking to you specifically about your jealousy. And this is what made me want to pivot that point in my life and really analyze what I'm feeling and really just grow as a person so that the jealousy doesn't chain me down in life anymore. I know it sounds like I'm hyping this book up way too much, but you have no idea how powerful it is. If you're looking for that one-stop shop to just read in a book on how to get over that jealousy that you're feeling, this is the book for you. Alright, so book number 2 doesn't fall short of any other expectations. I know that first book was a hard act to follow, but I promise you this book really holds its own as well. It's called Becoming Bulletproof by Evie Pomporis. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. I've been listening to podcasts where she's been featured on them a lot, and that's how I got into this book. So to give you a little bit of synopsis, Evie Pomporis used to be a Secret Service agent for the US president and used to be a part of the FBI, and was also involved in the 9/11 scenario where she was an active agent helping everybody in the scene, and she got a medal for it. So she has a wealth of experience on survival training, being alert, reading people's body languages, knowing how to read a situation. And that's a lot of what is covered in this book, which really intrigued me. And for anyone who is like me, especially people who have gone through jealousy and who have gone through betrayal and have gone through that paranoia and hypervigilance, this almost calms you in a way because it really gives you insight on human behavior and how to just be prepared for survival. And like I mentioned before, jealousy is just a form of survival. It's a defense mechanism to make sure that we don't get hurt again in the future. And this really just calmed me in ways that I didn't think it would. So not only does it go into reading people's behaviors and analyzing a situation, it also goes through very practical survival techniques. How to prepare yourself in an emergency, what you should have in your home when things go bad, how to find escape routes in crowds or places that you go to in case of an emergency. What I really took away from this book, a few things actually, and selfishly I took away how to read when people are lying. So that might be something that you're interested in. I definitely was curious about the topic, but it allows you to pick up on tips on how to read people's body languages, when to know if someone is off for a survival stance, being able to protect yourself, and also being able to just listen. A lot of what we don't realize these days is that we like to be in a me mindset, a selfish mindset, where we tend to want to add to the topic from our own point of view and really just almost one-up somebody in a conversation. But this book has really taught me to take a step back and just listen and observe. We don't do a lot of that these days because it also could be the difference between life and death. Evie was also a really great negotiator. So if you're really into that sort of like negotiating FBI case investigations, she does go into a few stories that she has been through. And she goes into what kind of strategies she's used to be able to influence the situation to her benefit. These tips can be used for interviews, trying to land a deal, a business conversation, something in life where you're just trying to negotiate the best terms for you. And there's a lot of psychological tips and tricks that you can take away from this book that can help you in real life for those situations too. So not only does it give you an advantage of being able to survive situations, emergencies, being prepared in life, it also goes over how to be able to get ahead in life when it comes to conversations, when it comes to deals, when it comes to just interactions, and also being able to pause and listen and think outside of yourself to be able to take advantage of situations in your life in a good way and not in a manipulative way. So I highly recommend this if you are looking for another self-improvement book that will help you get ahead in 2023. And last but definitely not least, I don't want anyone to think that this book is last for whatever reason. And my third book is The Proven Power of Being Kind to Yourself by Kristen Neff, who is also another psychologist. In my videos, you'll notice that I talk a lot about being kind to yourself, being gentle with yourself, and the power that has over you and your anxieties and moving forward and being confident in your life. That is a lot of what I got from this book right here. And although I am not yet finished with this book, as you can see, I still highly recommend it. I have went through it enough to be able to talk about it, I hope. And this book goes over a lot of case studies, a lot of situations where they have practiced this, a lot of real life scenarios where they've used the tips from this book to be able to get themselves ahead of a situation or just take control of their chaotic emotions and a lot of the self-deprecating emotions that we all kind of go through. So this kind of breaks it down for you. It goes over why negativity really hinders your self-growth, really hinders you in life, and what you can do about it. So what I really love about this book, other than the fact that it reminds you constantly to continue to be kind to yourself, which is something that does not come easy to us, it explains the nature and the science behind why it's so important to do that and how beneficial it is for us to be able to continue to be kind to ourselves. We do beat ourselves up way too much, and it really brings us down, and it really kind of creates these boundaries for us to succeed in life, and we're our own worst enemies. This is your sign to stop being your own worst enemy. This is it. I personally struggled with being kind to myself because I come from a very perfectionist upbringing. I was entered into a lot of competitions. I always wanted to be number one. I continued to place first in a lot of these competitions, and I did not want to fall anything short of that. So I was constantly criticizing myself. I was constantly pushing myself in a way that was extremely negative, a lot of negative things being spoken to myself, and I really did not know how to break free from that, nor was I fully aware. So this book has really opened my eyes to a lot of the behaviors I didn't even know I was doing that was bringing myself down and hindering myself from being my highest self, if that makes sense. And And I want that same revelation for you all. So this is why I bring this book to your attention, because it's such a powerful book as well on how to really just pause and think about the things that you're saying to yourself, the power that it has over you, and what to do in situations where negative anxiety and negative thoughts really take over your head. This book also breaks down a lot of great therapy tips, so cognitive behavioral therapy, challenging the thoughts, pointing out why you think the way you do and what you can do about it. It also goes over meditation techniques if that's something that works for you, and all these other psychological tips that you can really take away in life to better yourself. So that is all I have for you all. These 3 books have truly changed my course in life. They will change your life as well, and I cannot highly recommend these enough. And I really hope that when you do pick these up and when you do go through it, you have the same learning experience that I've went through in your own way, and sort of wake up parts of you that you've been needing to get a little bit of a push from. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I love when you guys support me and my videos, and thank you again for your continued support. I will see you guys in the next video. I'll see you in 2023, I guess. Have a good one.